Hey my beauties, morning to you. Alright, I want to make this video in light of our women. I'm scrolling social media and I'm seeing women being beastly against each other. And I want you to understand how marvelously you guys were fashioned. I was listening to the late, great, and very notable, esteemed, brilliant, I consider him the most brilliant 21st century preacher speaker, the late and great Dr. Miles Monroe. And he was talking about something about the purpose of a woman, or the understanding of a woman, something of the sort was the title. And trust me, it was like a stadium he was at, sort of a place, or, a big, extremely big hall or a stadium. And he was just showing how the male one was fashioned. And because of our Y and X chromosomes, he says that, you can actually make a replica of yourself, in a sense, by using this whatever it is, the body makeup, whatever. I don't want to call the wrong words and say atoms and molecules, but the body tissue and all of that. And what he said is that, like he gave it was very comedic. He said males were made like this, whoo, whoo, whoosh, out of the dust. But women, based on how he was carved, he said if you check the original, the Hebrew of how women, how woman came about, woman or womb man, woman, the woman was built. If you notice how we are carved out, how we are shaped, that when real men see us, men will be in a conversation, if men know that or not, whatever, and when a sort of a woman passes, my God, it's like the breath left them for the moment. They just stop and they're hypnotized by the woman, because she was built. And he made a joke and said men was just whoo, whoo, hi. That's why he said he can't understand how men would be attracted to other men, because of how beautifully and marvelously the woman was fashioned. And though we say that a rib was taken out, he said when you check the Hebrew, the original is not so much rib per se, it's a part of him was taken out. So they were equal but yet different. He's a male and she's a female. Right? She's a helper. And how God had it originally intended for both of us. Both of us, yes, the man, because God is the source, but let us look at it from a natural sense. He was the physical source, the human source in which the woman came from. So she would be, he didn't say sub, as in like, it's a sublet or subpart, but the man is the source. So because of that, he is considered the head, of the home, and then she's a part. But both were created to dominate earth and to lead, but to lead in different ways. He even gave an example of how we are as women are. For example, women are moved. I've often said that men are moved by what they see. They get hypnotized. They don't forget that. It remains in their memory, their muscle memory, how a woman looks. If she shapes well, looks beautiful, speak, you know what I mean? But the woman is mostly moved by what she hears. So he said, you will tell a man, for example, yo, you look ugly. Man said, sure. But you tell a woman that, oh Lord, you will remember the day, the time, the hour, when years passes, because the emotion of the word affects us more because of how we are created. And that is a true statement. That is why sometimes women will find it difficult to let go the words, or they'll remember. They said, last week when the sun was shining and the grass was green, you said to me this, that, and the other. The man might say, remember, sun did I shine last week? He completely forget, because he's not moved that way. And he was giving the detail of how God, he detailed us. Our brains are so good. That is why if you notice our emotional intelligence in terms of dealing with conflicts in some ways. I'm talking about if you're to kill somebody versus not to kill somebody. Let me put it that way. Women tend to use more emotional intelligence. That is why you will have more male murderers, than female, or you will have more men who have lost their minds because the pressure, they can't handle it. So women are emotionally tougher, than how men are, because men are very logical. Okay, there is a blue car down there. That's what I see. Women say, I wonder why that, and she will process it a little bit differently. That's how we are. And we are helpers to the man. The man needs the woman and the woman needs the man. Don't let it go fool you. Even if they're in the funny world, you find that, they still depend on each other. Men need women. Woman, you are beautiful. You are fashion. You are built You know, as Dr. Masman was saying, well, the man was just whoop, whoop, whoosh, formed like that. You were properly carved out and built. God said, I'm going to build this one. You were built. You were built with a purpose. He even, because he said he read the Bible for 37 years. Every year for 37 years, he read the Bible from Genesis to Revelation. So you know the kind of a magnitude of a man I'm talking. He read 4 books per week. Good books. And he said, nowhere in the Bible did the Bible say, you know, Eve should have been the protector, the safeguard. And that is why when I hear some men blame the woman, you know, for taking the apple, he said that, you know, some theologians or historians would say that probably she ate it. Sin would not have entered the land because she was not the source, the first source, if you understand what I mean. Adam was. It was when Adam was watching afar off and took it. He was the one that was influenced. He should have been, when she picked it and the enemy had tricked her, he should have come as the man and say, what is this? Woman, what did God say? Throw that thing away. Don't even touch it with a long stick. But he participated in it. So you understand the power of a woman, how she can influence the man. I can go even into Jezebel and King Ahab. King Ahab was a big baby. He was a greedy man. He wanted Naboth's vineyard because he became very covetous. He had one and he saw his. And Naboth told him, no, I'm not going to sell it to you. He went home and bawled to his wife, Jezebel. She said, how dare him not give it to you? When you said, he said, don't worry, you'll have it by tomorrow. And she got him killed, Naboth, and gave the vineyard to King Ahab. And you know, she died like a dog, where the dog licked her. Some beautiful women, except for Jezebel and Delilah. You were fashioned in a marvelous way. You were fashioned in a beautiful way. So I don't want you to be fighting against each other, especially older women against younger women. Sometimes many of you are heartbroken that you didn't get to live the life. I was speaking with my mother. She's from the way back generation, you know, and she said, you know, I remember if you ever walk up when an adult is talking, move, you do this, and they chased them away and they shut them down, so they became fearful. They never spoke a lot of what was in their minds. They couldn't talk. They were shut down. It stunted their mind. It stunted their thinking. It stunted their educational level and attainment and abilities. And maybe they get angry when they see younger women just, you know, free, have that liberty and freedom. They're expressive, especially in their dress code. That is, we're creative. We use more of the left side of the brain. This is something that I had studied, while men use more of the right side, the more logical side. You ever notice a man like the doubting Thomas? Until I see the nail, touch the nail scarred hands, I won't believe. But a woman say, yes, man, I believe. She just wants something that just convinces I believe without seeing it. That is why Jesus appeared to the woman first. And when I see older women tearing down younger women, and I'm not saying that you don't have younger women who are disrespectful. Don't disrespect elders. Younger women, you say, oh, this is an old fogey, a dinosaur and all of that. Don't do it, because you're going to get there one day. Many of them have had regrets, you know, that they did the very same thing and having now to go through it, because whatever seed you sow, don't be deceived. Whatever, God cannot be mocked. Whatever seed you sow, you reap. Women, you're beautiful. You are made with a purpose. You are bought with a price by Jesus. You are made with a purpose. Look at how beautiful. Look at yourself in the mirror. I don't care what anybody wants to tell you. Look at how beautiful you are. You are beautiful. You are fashioned in a marvelous way. You're God's chosen. When you look at women, and even me as a woman, as a heterosexual woman, a straight woman, as you would call it, you will see other one and say, what a woman beautiful. What a woman dressed well. What a woman shaped good. Speaks well. Talented. Whatever it is. You know? From a healthy way I'm speaking. So I hate when I see women on women. Come on, women. You are made in a beautiful way. Every day what you should be getting up is declaring, God's words over your life, that I'm beautifully and marvelously made and fashioned and built. You know, you can trouble the men a little and say, you were just, quickly made up, but we were built specially. And we are also leaders. So men, it's not you alone are leaders. You hear? Women too. But it's just that we need to understand each other's role. We need to, it's supposed to be a symbiotic, relationship, a cohesive relationship, something amicable, not fighting against. I'm not competing with you, you're not competing with me. We know our roles. So be women, be ladies. Follow the Proverbs 31 woman. Guys, follow me on TikTok. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please share this.